Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this channel named Geeks for Geek School. So today we are going to develop the very first mobile app using Python, and we are already done with covering everything related to Python game development. So if you haven't checked out those tutorials which I showed in the previous week and in the previous week on this Python game development, so please go and check out those tutorials and see how you can and learn how you can use Orsina, which is a kind of game engine with Python for developing 3D games, and also how you can use packages like Turtle, libraries like Pygame for creating amazingly interactive 2D games. Right, so today we are going to begin with this mobile app development course, and we'll be using pure Python coding for developing the mobile applications. So today we are going to develop this selfie app in which I am going to access my mobile's camera using a package named CV2, which is generally used in artificial intelligence for computer vision things, right? For object classification, for image segmentation, for these tasks, we use OpenCV package, and that package I will be using for creating a selfie app today. So let's dive into the platform and begin the coding part. So the first thing I would like to tell you is what all packages you require for this selfie app. So the first package, the name of the first package is Python Auto Graphical User Interface. That's the full form of this Py Auto GUI. So we can import everything from it just by using this simple line of code. And if you want to install this application or install this library, so you can use this simple command pip install, and then comes the name of the package or library you want to install. So the name of the package is PyAuto GUI. Simply hit the enter button, and this command prompt of yours will start downloading the files and all the classes which are a part of this library from the internet, and it will then install the same on your device. Right, you can find this package once it is this command prompt of yours is done with installing all the files of this library. You can see the DLL files of this library in the Python folder in which you have all the other Python files. So because I already have this file, I already have this library on my device, that is the reason I am getting this message requirement already satisfied. Right. Okay, let's check out the name of the second package. So it is Python Simple Graphical User Interface GUI, and I would like to import it as SG. So SG is the alias name I am using here because I don't want to use this big name again and again. That's the reason I've given it a short name, SG. Let's import the OpenCV package. So that's the keyword CV2, with the help of which you can import the OpenCV package. What is the code for installing these two packages? Let me help you guys with that too. So in place of this py auto GUI, what you have to do, you have to put py simple GUI for installing this Python simple graphical user interface library on your device. And in case you want to install OpenCV package, so the code for that is Python, sorry, Python dash open CV. Right, so simply you can fire this command, and what will happen, this command prompt will start downloading the files of this library from the internet, and it will then install everything on your device. Okay, I think the command is not correct. Okay, it should be opencv dash python, I think. That's the reason it didn't accepted the code. OpenCV Python, if I will fire, I think now. Okay, so requirement already satisfied. So for this also, we are getting this message Why? Because it's already there present on my device, right? Let's import the last one, which is numpy or numpy or numpy, whatever you call it. So I would like to import it as np. So numpy is a package which we use for dealing with arrays, and generally data scientists use this package. Fine. Okay, it's time for us to create the main function. So define main, and let's now define a theme for our mobile app screen. So I would like to define a white color theme. I think this is going to be a good option. Let's now define the window layout. So for that, we can use this variable layout, and let's make it equal to, okay, so inside this we can use this code sg.text. So whatever you want to get, whatever text you want to get reflected on your display on your mobile screen, you can simply put it here. So I would like to reflect uh, this thing, selfie app. Okay, and then we can customize this text. So how to do that? We can pass a specific size for this. Let's have 40 comma 1, and you can do the justification also with the text by using this simple justification attribute, and I would like to keep it in the center. Then if you want to play with the font, you can do that too using this font property. And I would like to have this font Helvetica, sorry, spelling is not correct, Helvetica 20. I think that is going to give us a beautiful output. Fine, and then we can simply close the round brackets, and after this it's time for us to pass the other things. So same thing we are going to use for this image part also. So once the image gets clicked, I would like to save it with a specific name. I haven't decided the name yet, so I am leaving it blank. And then we can pass a key. So it is going to be an image which we will click with the help of this app, right? Okay, sg.image. Fine. Now we can again put these brackets. It's time for us to define the code for the various buttons we would like to have in this mobile application. So let's create 4 different buttons. So the first button that I'm creating right now over here is going to be for the recording purpose. So on this, because I would like to see record getting reflected as a text on the button. That's the reason I put this record over here inside these single inverted commas, and then you can pass the size of the button. So I would like to see it, because the size of the screen is 40 comma 1, right? So we can divide it in between 4 buttons that we are going to have on the screen. So I would like to keep the size as 10 comma 1 of the first button, and let's define the font also. So I'd like to have an Arial font of 14 font size. Okay, and then we can simply copy this whole thing, right? And we can put it over here, third button, then fourth button, right? And then we can just close the brackets over here. Okay, it's time for us to now change the text. So the second button is going to be for stopping the recording. So stop, and size is going to be the same, 10 comma 1, and the font is also going to be same. Then the third one is going to be for exiting, for with which the user will be able to take an exit from the app. And then the fourth one is going to be for the screenshot. So if the user want to take a screenshot at any point of time, he can use this fourth button with name screenshot. I think the code is perfectly fine. Let me just check it again. So sv.text, selfie app, size 40 comma 1, justification, and So okay, we have to remove this bracket from here. Now I think it is perfectly fine. Okay, and then we'll have to put a bracket here. Now it is perfectly fine. We're not able to see any error also. Okay, it's time for us to now define the code for creating the window, right? And show it without the plot. So window is the variable in which I would like to put the window in of my mobile application. So sg.window, with this function you can create a window, your mobile applications window, and it will get saved in this window named variable. So sg.window, and what you would like to see on that window. So I would like to see this thing, selfie application, or else we can change it to open cv selfie application. I think this is going to be a good idea, and it will look cool on my mobile applications window. Right, now it's time for us to put the layout. So I have the layout saved in this layout named variable. We can simply pass it as an argument to this window sg.window function. Let me change this also to open cv. I think now it is perfectly fine. And then we can set the location also of this layout. So location is equals to, let's make it 800 by 400. So this is the dimension of our mobile applications window. Right, now it's time for us to capture the you know define the code with which we can access our camera. So I would like to copy it from here. That's the code, because I'm using Windows. Sorry, I can write it myself also. Sorry. So because I'm using Windows 7 32-bit, that's the reason I am putting this code cv2 dot. You can simply put here video capture. Okay, and then we can pass 0 for accessing the camera which is integrated with my device I'm using. Okay, if you have an external camera linked to your device, you can simply change it to 1. If you have two cameras and you want to access the second one, you can use 2 here. By default, I would like to access my inbuilt camera, so that's the reason I'm putting 0 over here, and then I can put cv2 dot cap underscore d show. So this is going to help me in accessing my device's camera, and it's time for me to start the recording. But I don't want the recording to happen automatically when the user open the app. So by default it should be false. Now while this condition is true, so what should happen? I would like to use some variables here. So event value, both of these should be equal to window dot read. This will pass a specific value for this timeout. Let me define it as 20. And now let's check some event. Let's check some conditions using the if control statement. So if the event is equal to exit, means the user want to close the window, right? Or the event is equal to sg dot uh, window close. So that's a function using which you can find out whether the user has clicked on that cross button or not, which will appear on the top of the mobile applications window. So if something like this happens, I would like this function to return true, right? And the window will get closed automatically. Else if I would like to see if the event is equal to record or not. So if the event is equal to record, then what should happen? The recording should begin. So recording should begin. We can change it to true. In order to begin the recording, then we can check if the event is equal to the screenshot, right? And if it is true, then what should happen? I think screenshots S should be in capital because here we have used a capital S, right? So here also we need to use a capital S. So if the event is equal to screenshot, what should happen? Let's now use a variable, and here in this we are going to save this screenshot the user will take. So in this, how can we save this screenshot and how can we get this screenshot? That's the first question I would like to answer. So we can use this package Hi Auto GUI, right? And there is a function in this named screenshot which you can use for accessing this screenshot. Okay, so that's the function. Now the screenshot will come and get saved in this variable. Fine, it's time for us to now save this screenshot with a specific name. So we can simply put the name of the variable here, and then we can use this save function, and it's time for us to use this rstring method, and then we can use this name shot.png. So the screenshot will get saved with this name, right? It's your call what name you want to save your screenshot with. If you want, you can change this name to something else. It's not mandatory that you have to also use the same name which I have put here. Okay. Now we can again define this elif, and if the event is equal to stop. So the moment the user will hit the stop button, what should happen? The recording should stop first. So for stopping the recording, we can pass this boolean value to it, false, right? And then img image should be equal to np dot full. Right, so I would like to capture the whole image. Fine. So 480, comma 640, and then we can pass 255 here. So that is for the RGB values. And now this is faster, shorter, and needs less include. So let me just define the image size also. So with the help of this code CV2, here I'm using CV2, right, for defining the image size. So there is a function named encode. Just give me a short moment. I think I got disconnected from the internet. Is it going fine? Let me just check at my end once. Just give me a short moment, all of you. And please do not forget to like and share this video. By the time I'm checking this networking issue, which I just came across, you can please start sharing this video in your groups. Selfie app in which I am going to access. I got disconnected, no problem. Let me just shoot this complete video. So there is this function im encode, using which you can encode the image. So I would like to encode it like this .png. Then we can define the frame for our image, and I would like to put one here. So this is going to convert it into bytes. Fine, that's the function .2 bytes. It will take the frame and it will convert this image into bytes. Fine, and I would like to now then update my window with this image. So that's how I can do it. Just hold on for a moment. Yeah, image, and here you can put this update, and the data should be equal to im bytes. Yeah, perfectly fine. So this is how you can encode your image. So the moment the user will press the stop button, this whole thing is going to happen. I hope it is perfectly fine. You have understood this code. If not, please do let me know in the comment box so that I can explain it to you again. Now it's time for us to define the if control statement for recording. So if the recording is on, what should happen? So if you don't know about this function cap.read, let me just tell you that. So it will return to us two values, right? One for this frame and the other one is going to be a boolean value. So it will be, the first one is going to be stored, the frames value is going to get stored in this frame named variable, and the boolean value will get stored in this red named variable. It's now time for us to read the IM bytes. So IM bytes, let's again use the encoding method. So what I'm doing, I'm copying this whole thing from here and I am putting it right after this first line of code. So again, the encoding will happen in whatever frames the camera will capture for us, everything will be encoded. All the bytes will be encoded and it will be displayed. Let's now come to the end and define the code with the help of which we can call this main function, right? So how to call the main function? We can simply put main at the end like this for calling this main function. Yep, save the changes, and now let me just turn off my camera which I'm using right now for shooting this video, so that, just a second, I'll have to turn off my, let me just turn off my camera. So I'll have to, I think, remove it. Yeah, so the camera is now no more there. Let me see if I can access my camera or not. So the code is perfectly fine. The only thing which is left is to show you practically how this code is going to behave. So this is what we will get as an output. So we are getting this error. Now why are we getting this error? So there is some syntax error which it is showing us. Okay, I haven't put a separator here, maybe that's the reason. Yep, Control S, Control B. Indentation error, so there is an indentation error. Why it is showing us this indentation error? Okay, I need to convert it into tabs. I think now it is perfectly fine. Let me run the code. Let's see whether I'll be able to access my camera or not. So no module pi simple GUI found. Why it's not able to find this pi simple GUI? Let me do one thing. Let me comment it out. We haven't used it anywhere. Oh, sorry. It's used here in this, we have created the whole layout using this pi simple GUI. Why is it not able to find this module? Let me check if I have installed it or not correctly. So I'll have to come on my command prompt and pip install, then pi simple GUI. Pi simple GUI I can run. Okay, I think why it's already there on my device. I think here the last two words should also be in capital. That's the reason why it was showing us the error earlier. Now let's see what are we going to get. So the camera is on right now and we can see this Selfie app. Let's hit this recording button to check out the output. Okay, it says problem finding a key image. Close. Okay, I'm able to see this selfie, screenshot, stop, exit. Let me see if I have the screenshot saved in the folder in which I have all the other files saved of this app or not. So I would like to come in this local named variable, then it is programs, Python, and then it is mobile applications, I think. Yeah. So capture is the name of the function. There is no selfie. Okay, let me just run this app again, saving the changes, running it again. So the window has got created. We are able to see this record thing also. Stop, exit screenshot. Now the moment I'll hit this button, what will happen? Let me just see. So I'll have to check the folder in which I've saved this capture.py name file. Let's see whether we have this screenshot on in that folder or not. So I have this screenshot over here. See, that's the one which I just showed it. Okay, now let me just check this button record. So if I'm hitting this record button, that is what I am getting. Window image dot update dot invite problem finding a key image. Okay, so I'm able to see my image over here, but the issue is, see, every time I'm hitting this close button, the image in the window is getting updated. Right now I am like this, and the moment I hit this close button, see, the image in this window just changed. So it means that it is taking the input, the code is working, but there is something which is killing app by. There is something which is creating some issue because of which we are not able to uh, you know shoot a video. So let me just check it out, check this code again. So everything is fine over here, and then key is equals to image, file name, record, stop, exit, screenshot. This is perfectly fine. Font is equals to this. Okay. Layout, location is this. This is also perfectly fine. This is going to help us in accessing the camera. This is also working fine. We'll have to see the error looking up your element using the key image, the closest matching key image. Okay, so event value is equals to this. So it is going to help us in reading whatever is going to get reflected on the window, means the image. Okay, so if the event is equal to exit, or if it is equal to window dot close, so it will return this value. Else if event is equal to record, then this will happen, recording will start. Okay, so it is inside this function. Fine. What is the error then? Record. Okay, so while it is true, then this thing is going to happen. Exit is going to help us in taking the exit from the what we call it, application. Else if is equals to record, then recording will start. Event is equal to screenshot, then it will take the screenshot and it will save it with this name. Just check, let me just check the name of the screenshot. Okay, so it has been saved with this name shot. This is what this code is also working perfectly fine. The moment the user will hit this stop button, what will happen? So the recording will become false. Image is equal to np.full. Fine, img bytes. And cv2 dot this is going to encode for us the image. Okay, here it should be image, not frames. Yeah, that's the mistake. This is a mistake here because in recording we process the frames, but why when the recording will get stopped, I would like my image to get processed, right? So here it should be img and here it should be frame. This is now it is fine. 2 bytes window image and update with recording. So cap.read cv2 dot encoding is going to happen. Then window image update data is equals to img bytes, and finally the main function will be called. Let me just check the app again. So the window is visible to us, selfie app is getting reflected here. Let's now hit this record option. We are again getting this error. I think it is happening because I used my camera in this first for the recording purpose, and now I'm using it for shooting a video. For I'm using this code for accessing my camera in order to shoot a video. So maybe because of that, this error is coming. Because everything is fine here. This Let me just change the name of this to shot 2 and see whether I'll be able to shot another snapshot or not. So let's run this app, and for shooting another screenshot, we can just hit the screenshot option. Okay, let me now close this window and come on this folder in which we have the file saved. Okay, so we have now two different snapshots over here. So this screenshot is working fine. The selfie thing is working fine. But if I want to take my own selfie, I'll have to first bring my image on the window of the app, right? I'm able to do it, but there is some error which I'm getting. Sorry, let me check this code. It is the same. Okay, record. So with this, I'm able to, record this video. Okay, if I'm closing it, it is getting closed, and everything over here also is same, whatever I have defined here. So I built it yesterday, and is there anything which I am missing? Let me just copy these lines and put them here. Okay, saving the changes. Now if I will run the code, getting an error, it's because of the alignment, I think. Now it will work fine. Again, it is showing the error, but I'm able to get the window, right? No problem. Everything, maybe uh, there is something which is causing the issue, but you can check out this code. This is, this is the same which I just defined over here. I also don't know what's the difference between the two. I'm able to access the camera and record a video through this code, but I'm not able to do it with the help of the code which I just defined over here. So that's the whole code, and you can just use it for accessing your camera and for getting for taking the snapshots. Let me now just run this and show you how you can use it as a selfie app. So the moment you will run the application and you'll hit this record button, so this is what you will get to see. So the video is there. Now I can take this, I can hit this screenshot button. Okay, so you can see my screenshot is now there. So, that's how I can use it as a selfie app. Fine. I hope you guys enjoyed this one a lot. Do not forget to like and share this video in your groups. And when you are creating such things, make sure that you have successfully installed these libraries on your device. Right? If the libraries will, while installing the libraries, if you get to see some error, definitely if you will import them directly, then you will not be able to get the required output. So make sure that you have rectified all the errors which you get while installing the libraries before importing them in your code on your Python platform on which you want to which you're using for this Python coding. Right. So whatever errors you come across, rectify those errors, clean them all, and then even if and in case you are not able to do it, in case you are finding any issue in rectifying the errors, you can share those errors with me in the comment section. Fine, definitely I would help you with the most appropriate solution. Thank you very much for joining this lecture. Have a great day ahead. I hope to see you soon in the next lecture, which I will shoot tomorrow at the same time. God bless you. Bye bye.